All right, folks, I bought something, and no, I'm not sponsored, but let's get to our receiver, get checked in and docked, and then we will talk about it. See you soon. Okay, so guess what I did? I went and bought a new headset. This is the McNally ClearDryve 220 headset. I've previously, for the last 3 years, been using a McNally, I think 210. It has served me quite well. I'm very fond of it. But just yesterday, this happened. I don't know how exactly, but it snapped, and it is no longer really all that great for making phone calls and taking phone calls, because it basically just kind of fits on here loosely and doesn't get, it doesn't fit right anymore. It's messed up. So, and I seriously doubt that this little bitty piece of plastic that's still hanging in here would last a whole lot longer. So we are going to replace it. One of the things that I have really liked about this particular headset is that it is an over-the-ear. It does a good job of covering up my ears. It's very comfortable to wear all day long. The battery lasts freaking forever, all day basically. I don't, sometimes multiple days. I can wear it and listen to music, listen to YouTube videos while I'm driving, books, whatever I want to listen to the whole day of driving, and it doesn't kill the battery off. The other really nice thing is this microphone is a unidirectional mic, which means that when I'm wearing it and when I'm talking into the mic, I'm the only thing that the person on the other end of the line can hear. It does a very, very good job of blocking out engine noises and truck stop noises and all the gazillion different noises that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis as truck drivers. So I'm sure there are other good headsets. I have never used one. I have not tried Blue Parrot. I haven't tried any of those other big popular brands that truck drivers like to use. I am not sponsored by McNally, but I have used their gear. I've used their GPS. I don't use it anymore because it finally crapped out on me, and I just didn't replace it because I had Trucker Path, and Trucker Path's been working for me just fine. The other thing is that after 3 years, I'm not sure how clear it is, but the kind of the pleather that goes on the pad, see this actually is detachable and has a little piece in here so that I can use it as just a regular truck driver headset. But this is what it looks like fairly new. This is what it looks like after 3 years, and the other side is no different. It's basically all the fake leather has worn completely off and flaked off, and it's just, it was just time to replace it. Like I said, this is the 210. I got the 220. I don't think there's really any significant difference between them. It's just a slightly newer version of it. I was kind of holding out and hoping that they'd release a 230. The main thing I don't like about these headsets is the charging port. It's a micro USB. It's 2024, guys. There's no excuse not to be using USB-C. There's no excuse that McNally still hasn't released a version of this that charges with USB-C. So I was just kind of holding out for as long as possible, hoping that maybe they'd come out with a 230 that charged on USB-C. But unfortunately, these guys had other plans. So there we go. Let's get to the unboxing, shall we? Trusty Rusty. Let's see, there we go. That's all it should take from Mr. Trusty Rusty. I probably didn't really even need him for that. So, I'm slightly... My grandfather was like that. He had a little pocket knife that he used to open every little thing. And I just... I guess it's genetic. So... Come on. Come on. I mean, pushed out just fine. It's fighting me. It doesn't want to be unboxed. Come on. The only reason I'm not ripping it is because then I can use the box to keep the old one in. But, and if I have to return it, of course, you know, if it's defective. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's it. There's nothing else in the box. I didn't expect there to be. It's got a very similar case for carrying it. Slightly different shape than the old one. Instruction manual. I won't be needing that. I seriously doubt there's anything significantly different about this than the 210, and I can walk y'all through all of the basics. So here we have it. I don't think they make the silver color anymore. I'm not 100% sure on that. I have seen pink, I've seen camouflage, and I think there's one other color, but I don't remember. Now the boom mic is actually slightly flexible. Well, it is very flexible. This is a lot more flexible than the one on the 210. So it folds down both directions. So I can wear it with this on my right, or I can flip it around and wear it with this on my left. That's not really all that important when you've got it in stereo mode with both pieces on here, but when you pull this off and you put... Can you tell I've used this particular device before? This unboxing is no big surprises for me. When you put this piece on, now you have your traditional trucker headset. And I prefer it on my right ear so that my left ear can hear what's going on outside. But some guys like it the other way around. Maybe you're deaf in your right ear, it still works for you. Hopefully it's already charged. It still has that micro USB connector. What else do we include here? Cheap, very cheap USB charging cable. I've got a nicer one that I've used for a long time. I use this to charge both my headset and my flashlight. These are like the last two things that I own that still use that micro USB. Everything else is USB-C, except for that laptop, the MacBook. You know, we're using USB-C for everything now, but they've gone back to that MagSafe attachment. I can't say that I'm a huge fan of that, but theoretically I could probably charge it off of a USB cable and just not use the MagSafe, I guess. It's got USB-C ports, but we'll see. I don't know. I haven't tried. I've only ever tried to charge it off of the MagSafe adapter, but I digress. We are talking about the headsets. So we've got the USB charging cable, and we've got a analog port, analog connector. So if I want to directly plug into something that doesn't support Bluetooth, I can. I have never used this on any devices. I don't see why you would in this day and age when everything has Bluetooth. And really, I mean, the whole point of buying something like this is for the Bluetooth. So now, one of the cool things about this particular headset is you can actually connect it to multiple devices. Right now, I have it connected to my phone, and I have it connected to my laptop. And that is so I can obviously talk on the phone, listen to things as I'm driving. But when I want to start editing videos, I can just switch this thing out, plug this in, and I have a full noise canceling. And the noise cancellation on these is very good. Let's see if it still works. Yep, it still works the same way. They've got a little switch here to turn on the noise cancellation, and it's very good. The truck next to us is on, and yeah, I can hear him, but it's night and day with the noise cancellation turned off. So, pairing to your phone is very simple. I'll go ahead and switch it back into truck driver mode. We're waiting on a phone call from the shipper, or from this receiver, to assign us a door, so we may get interrupted here anytime, hopefully not. But basically, find the power button, and on the Rand McNally's, it's right here. This is where the noise cancellation switch is. Turn that on and off, and this power button doubles as your answer button. When you receive a phone call, just tap that once and you can pick up the call. If you're listening to music, tap it once to pause it, tap it another time to resume. Very useful multifunction button. Your volume buttons, up and down, work well as well. So to get it into pairing mode, you just push and hold down the Bluetooth button, and just hold it down. And if you're listening in, it'll say power on, it'll tell you your battery levels, and then it'll say pairing. So then I just go onto my phone, go pair new device, it's scanning, it's finding power drivers, there it is, ClearDryve 220. Tap on that, goes into pairing, and in just a moment, well, pairing. It doesn't want to pair for some reason. Let's try this again. Let's try it. Turning off the headset, turning it back on, and getting it into pairing mode, and pair it on my phone. There we go. Pair with ClearDryve 220. Allow access to contacts and call history. I don't know why that applies for a headset, but I went ahead and accepted it, turn it on. Beep, device 1 connected. Now I can do the same thing with my laptop and connect it as, I basically put this in the pairing mode and connect my laptop, and it'll become device 2. What it does when you've got two different devices, obviously if you're listening to music, the second device on one device, the second device isn't going to interrupt that. But if you've just got it on and in standby mode like it is right now, whichever device plays a sound, I will hear it. If the phone rings, I'll hear it. I think the phone ringing on one device will interrupt the music on a second device. I'm not sure about that. I've never tried that. I used to have them have this paired to two different phones that I had with me. One was a personal phone, one was a work phone, but I've done away with that configuration, and right now I've just got the phone and the laptop. Hey everybody, so as I'm editing this video, I just wanted to point out one additional thing that I've found out about the when it's paired to multiple devices. So when it's paired to multiple devices, I guess whenever a new notification or sound comes into the headset, it has to decide where it's coming from. And so it starts out muted and then raises the volume. So you miss the first half second or so of whatever notification you're getting. That's kind of annoying when you're doing navigation and things like that with the GPS coming through the headset, because essentially what happens is the notification sound is in 300 feet, turn left, and you might not get the in 300 feet part. So it's I don't remember that feature being or that problem existing in the 210. So I'm going to consider that something that new that has changed, that Rand McNally has made worse between the 210 and the 220, because that's really an annoying feature. The way that I've gotten around it so far is that if I'm listening to music or I'm listening to a YouTube video or an ebook or something along those lines, it's always playing. And so when it's always playing, you don't have to wait for that half second for it to tune in. But yeah, it's a feature I'm not enjoying about the 220. So I am probably, as a long-term fix, I'm probably only going to use it with the one device, and I'll find a different headset for using with my laptop. Or once we get to a dock, we have to drop this trailer, and then we can bobtail somewhere else. While we're bobtailed and in park, I will get out and I will show you just exactly what the quality is as far as the microphone, what you, if you were calling me, would hear on the other end, with and without this headset, so that you can hear how much noise it blocks when I'm talking to somebody on the phone. And that's one of the real big things, is when I have my little, you know, I've also got, for when I'm in the stores or when I'm at home, I've got a little set of Google Pixel Buds, because I've got a Pixel phone, and these pick up everything, the sound of me walking, engine noise. One thing that I've had people tell me that this does pick up for some reason, and these pick it up really bad, is the turn signal sound. That noise, this does pick up for some reason. I don't know why it doesn't block it out, but it picks it up. But these really pick it up and almost amplify it. The one of the guys that I talk to on a regular basis, whenever I switch on my turn signals and I'm using these, he complains that it's just rattling in his head. Now he's commented, he's also the person that has let me know that this thing also picks it up, but so maybe he's just hypersensitive to it, but I don't know. Anyways, like I said, I will wait until we are docked and have bobtailed over to bobtail parking to give you guys a demonstration of what it sounds like on the other end of a phone call. And that's pretty much all we're going to talk about when it comes to these things. You know, they're not the cheapest. I think I spent $230, or was it $250 at the TA. Now you can probably get these on Amazon a lot cheaper than that, but you know, we get ripped off at the truck stops. I would not have bought them directly from a truck stop if it hadn't been for the fact that my old ones crapped out on me and needed to be replaced urgently, and I don't know when the next time that I'm going to be home is, and I can't go days and days and days without a good headset. So, because I'm on this thing a lot. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you soon, and we will do the demonstration of just how much it blocks out for people on the other end of a phone call, and then that'll be the end of this review. So I just found something that I really don't like about the 220 versus the 210. On the 210, while you're charging it, you can still be using it. The 220 does away with that functionality, if you can believe it. I actually just recorded a clip talking about the benefit of being able to charge it and use it at the same time. And I did not realize as I was recording that clip that I was lying completely. So now I'm recording this clip to tell you that they've downgraded it. The 210, you could charge it and use it, no problems. 220, no more. I'm not happy about that. That's a feature that I really enjoyed, because I could, if I forgot to charge for whatever reason, I could always just plug in and keep on trucking. And now I can't do that. Now if it runs out of battery, I'm screwed. So I'm going to have to do a follow-up, obviously, down the road to let you know whether or not the battery life is enhanced, as well as the charging functionality. We shall see. We shall see. So that's the bad thing. That is the major negative thing I don't like about the ClearDryve 220. So Rand McNally, if you're listening, when you guys come out with your 230, fix it. You had it right the first time. Go back to what you did. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But now it's broke. So make sure that when you release your next headset, you use USB-C adapters and you support charging while in use. And please get rid of that annoying thing where it fades in the volume, because that's just ridiculous. It's almost unusable. Other than that, I don't really have any real complaints. We will have to see just how good the quality is of the unidirectional mic once we do that part of the review. I am now skeptical because it is now obvious that they have made some deprovements to the device since the previous version. So, okay. See, I told you I'm not sponsored. This is an honest review. See you soon. All right, so right now we are sitting still in the bobtail lot here at this receiver and while we're getting unloaded, and it's a good opportunity to go ahead and test out the microphone on this ClearDryve 220 headset. Right now I don't have it. We're using the microphone on the camera, and we are in our truck with the engine turned off, no sound. It's pretty quiet over here, so you should only be hearing me right now. But I'm going to go ahead and switch on the headset, see if I can switch it on while filming. Doesn't look like it can switch it on while filming. So this is what it sounds like without the headset, just off the phone mic with no real noise, no real ambient noise. So let me switch it over to the headset. And this is what it sounds like with the headset. Still sitting in the truck, no ambient noise. I don't know. I can't tell until I play this back what it sounds like myself. So this is going to be a true review. Just testing out what the sound is, the sound quality is coming off the headset mic. In a second here, I'll get out of the truck. Well, let's go ahead and crank up the engine. This is with the headset mic turned on, cranking up the engine. I don't know if we'll be able to hear it or not. We're currently idling at about 9,000 RPMs with the headset on, and I don't know what it sounds like. I won't know until I play it back. So let's go ahead and switch over and play the same thing with the headset turned off with the phone's mic. All right, this is the phone's mic testing what it sounds like inside the truck, cranking up the engine. So again, I won't know what it sounds like until I play this back, but this is the same 9,000 RPM sitting idle in the truck. I have the windows up, so we're not getting any outside noises. Let me go ahead and get out of the truck with the engine running so that you can see what it sounds like on the outside. Okay, so this is what it sounds like outside the truck using the phone's microphone. You can probably hear the engine. It's not a quiet engine. It's running at about 9,000 RPMs. We're standing right next to it. So let's go ahead and switch over to the headset. Okay, this is the same test next to the same truck, same engine, just using the headset. I don't know what it sounds like. Hopefully it'll be pretty quiet. I do know that in the past with the ClearDryve 210, people have reported not being able to hear engines even though I'm standing right next to them. So hopefully that'll work well. I'm going to go ahead and walk away from the truck a little bit so that you can hear more or less what it might sound like in a truck stop. Obviously in a truck stop we're going to have a whole lot more trucks running and a lot more noises, but I think we're still right now recording using the Bluetooth, yes. So let's get to right here. This is what it sounds like in a typical truck stop with engines going in the background, not quite so close to us, using the headset. Let me go ahead and switch over and we will do it without the Bluetooth, with the phone's mic. All right, so this is using the phone's microphone. Same distance from the truck, just kind of what you would hear at a typical truck stop. Let's go ahead and start walking back towards the direction of the truck. I don't want to step in any mud puddles because it's kind of a muddy lot, as you can see. Not the best place. So at some point, it was paved, but it hasn't been paved in a very long time. But this is more or less what it would sound like as I'm walking through the fuel aisles or walking through
the parking lot, just walking past noisy trucks. And these are the types of noises that we have to deal with on a regular basis. And if I'm on the phone with a friend, or if I'm on the phone with family members or whoever, they can tell. But not with this headset, or at least not with the 210. We'll find out what the 220's like. Okay, let me get back in the truck.
All right, so I am back in the truck and I'm still on the phone's microphone. I am going to play back some of these videos and kind of see how it sounds for myself before I record the next clip, which will be kind of discussing the difference in sounds. Obviously, you guys have heard them. I haven't yet heard them, so I'm going to find out for myself what it sounds like, and then I'll talk about it. Okay, well, I've played it back to myself, and yeah, the difference is enormous. I had not ever actually bothered to do that kind of a test with the 210, so I wasn't really sure what it sounded like on the other end with the using the headset's mic. Now, you'll notice that I've got both the stereo headsets in, because I really wanted to do a good, solid listen to the quality of the sound. What I did notice is that when we're in a silent or a quiet environment like we are right now with the engine turned off, and by the way, it's 900 RPM. I was saying 9,000, so correction there. I'm not about to blow up my diesel engine. I was just running at 900 RPM, not 9,000. But anyways, as you can tell right now, with the engine turned off and in a fairly quiet environment using the phone's microphone, obviously the sound is fantastic. It's got good depth to the sound, and with the headset turned on using the headset's microphone, it was limited range, not very deep, but it didn't sound bad, but didn't sound nearly as good as it does right now. So this isn't something that I would use to record videos, because simply put, the sound quality of the headset microphone is not very good compared to the built-in microphone on my phone. But in a noisy environment, when I'm on the phone with somebody and I need to be able to communicate with them and have them able to hear me, and blocking out all the background noise of driving a truck, or being parked at a truck stop, or standing in front of a truck running at high idle, the difference is incredible. Yeah, I almost could not hear the engine even when I was standing literally right next to it with the headset turned on. So kudos to Rand McNally. You've built a good microphone for blocking out truck noises. And that's what this headset is for. This headset is for truck drivers, and it's designed for truck drivers who are in noisy environments, and it's designed to block all that stuff out. So they did it. They got it. They did it. I don't know. I don't have any references for other trucking headsets like the Blue Parrots or any of those brands. You know, obviously, if the manufacturers of those want to send me some for review purposes, I will be more than happy to compare it to the Rand McNally's. Rand McNally's is what I've got experience with. I've been using it for 3 years. I know it's a good headset. I'm not happy about this whole charging thing, guys, but the quality of the sound is good. Both the playback of the audio off the phone and the playback and the recording through the microphone in a noisy environment. Clearly, it's not as good as the quality of the phone's microphone when we're in a quiet environment, but when it comes to blocking out all that background noise, it's fantastic. So, yeah. That's pretty much the end of my review of the ClearDryve 220 headset from Rand McNally. The pros: fantastic microphone, does a great job of blocking out all the background noise. The sound quality playback is pretty good. The noise cancellation is not fantastic. It does a good job of blocking out noise. Now I'm currently blocking out all the background noise as I'm recording, and just using it as you can see the green light, just using it for noise cancellation right now and not listening to anything. I did notice when I tried playing those videos back, when I switched the noise cancellation on, it does have kind of a reduction in sound quality. So It's not a great sound cancellation, but I also know that when I'm sitting at a truck stop and I turn this thing on, if I'm wanting to listen to movies or something on the laptop, it does a pretty good job of blocking out background noise. So active noise cancellation on the headset for sound playback, maybe a 6 out of 10. The microphone for recording in a quiet environment, maybe a 4. It's not great for recording in a quiet environment because it just cuts out just way too much. But in a noisy environment, I would give the microphone on this thing at least an 8, maybe a 9. And the sound quality of playing it back when it's just the headset and just playing back normal sound is pretty damn good as well. With the noise cancellation turned off, the sound production is pretty good. So for the price tag of $250 at a truck stop, it is kind of on the pricey side, but I don't really have anything to compare it with. I know it's good, and I know it's worth, to me, the $250. I'll have to defer to other people that have used other devices as to how they sound until maybe Blue Parrot wants to send me a review set. I would love to start doing more gadget reviews. I am a gadget fiend. I love playing with gadgets. I love technology. And so if you are a manufacturer that wants to send me things to review, I'm happy to do so. Yeah, that's my review of the Rand McNally ClearDryve 220. See you later. Just one final note. The charging, it charges pretty quick. Now, when I pulled it out of the packaging, it was telling me that the battery was at 18%. In the time it took us to dock and drop this trailer and get over here to the bobtail lot, which was maybe less than 10 minutes, it's at 100%. So it charged pretty quick. And we shall see how long it lasts. Hopefully it's as good as the 210 was. The 210's battery would last for ages. So the box, what does the box say? I don't know. The box is in the back. Let's find out what the box says the battery life is. So it says more than 20 hours of talk time or more than 20 hours of music playback time wirelessly. So that sounds about right. That's about what I got out of the 210. So if it lives up to that, it's definitely acceptable. I'm just, unfortunately, I'm just put off by the fact that that's the real thing that I don't like about the 220 now, is the fact that I can't charge it while I'm using it. But it's not the end of the world. It lasts so long. I can just, if I can charge it in 20 minutes from 18% to 100%, and it lasts for 20 hours, then I can probably tolerate the fact that I can't charge it while I'm using it. But that was a nice feature of the 210, and it sucks that it's gone. So that's it. I will follow up on this review down the road and give you like a 3-month review or maybe a 6-month. I don't know. See you soon. Bye.